Hi, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Noel O'Neill. I'm a director of the Ayurveda Centre, and I'm here today with Dr. Don Brennan. And today we're just going to be looking at the Maharishi Amrit Kalash range of products. So, Amrit Kalash was the first range of products brought out by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who began to revive Ayurveda around the world in the late 70s, early 80s. And it comes in three particular formats. The first one, called MA4, is in a paste format. And then there's two other formats, one called MA5 and one called MA7. And they both come in tablet format. So we're going to discuss these today and some of the research around them and why people take them and why people would be using them and why our Ayurvedic doctors might recommend them to people. So I'm very happy to introduce Dr. Don Brennan. I'm sure many of you know Dr. Brennan. He's a Western trained medical doctor, but has been practicing Ayurveda for about the last 30 years. So I could say, or I would say, that he's probably one of the most experienced Western trained Ayurvedic doctors in the world. And he has consulted with literally thousands upon thousands of people. He's appeared regularly in the media. He's been in Ireland. He's been on the Late Late Show. He's been in the newspapers, on radio. He is the founding president of the Ayurvedic Practitioners Association in the UK. So Dr. Brennan, you're very welcome along today.
Thank you very much, Noel. It's lovely to be with you, and it's lovely to have a topic like Amrit Kalash to talk about.
Okay. So you go ahead, Don, and explain to us what these pastes and tablets are used for and why we would be recommending them.
Well, it's nice to know, Noel, that there are two insights in Ayurveda about herbal products. And one is that there are herbal products very useful for treating various imbalances or illnesses or diseases that we have. But the other aspect is that there are herbs available to strengthen and to promote health. And when Maharishi was reviving Ayurveda, he had a great emphasis on this particular aspect to promote health, and particularly to promote ojas. And ojas is a product that our own physiology creates. It's the finest essence of everything we have digested and metabolized, which nourishes all our tissues and strengthens our immunity and promotes the integration of mind and body. So Amrit Kalash was specifically about developing ojas. And so he discussed these concepts with some of the foremost Ayurvedic doctors who came up with the most ancient traditional recipes, difficult to produce, but revered in the tradition. And these then were actually processed in an industrial setting with the most modern standards, but following the ancient traditions. And then Maharishi encouraged research, and research that was done on this produced really quite startling results, because what wears us down and ages us are called free radicals, which are toxins. Basically, it's oxygen gone mad in our body. Oxygen is very, very good, but it'll rust your car. And in the same way, the oxygen gone mad in our body can rust or age or degenerate our tissues and cause our illnesses. So an antioxidant protects the body from that process. And Amrit Kalash is about 10,000 times more powerful than some of the commonly discussed antioxidants like vitamins A and E, C, and so on. So this is a really powerful antioxidant. It's actually as powerful as what your own cells would produce, a particular antioxidant that your own cells would produce to try and protect themselves. So that's one aspect of the rasayana, or strengthening or health promoting effect of these products. But it wasn't just the power of antioxidant that's in it. It was also that it strengthened the immune system. And of course, the immune system is what actually protects us against foreign invaders or foreign substances getting into our system. And when the immune system goes awry, it contributes to so much disease. So something that helps the immune system to function in a healthy fashion is very useful. There were also other factors like preventing platelets clotting, and a very effective process of preventing, so that that contributes to strokes and heart attacks, our greatest killers. So that was another interesting thing. And then they found that the Amrit Kalash seemed to prevent, in animal models, cancers arising or cancer spreading. And also in a Petri dish, cancer cells seem to become less cancerous and a little bit more like the original cell. And that was very interesting. So it could be preventative in that sense. Finally, the unfortunate reality for people who are diagnosed with cancer is that they undergo horrendous treatments sometimes of chemotherapy and radiation. And taking the Amrit Kalash lessens the side effects of those processes, those very strong medical treatments. So it was quite interesting to have scientifically validated the benefits that were described traditionally from these products. And so there's the paste, which is about 40 different herbs. About 20 pounds of herbs will be reduced over very sophisticated processing lasting 3 days, down to 1 pound jar of a paste, which is a great tonic physically, but also good for the mind. And then that's M4. M5 are the tablets. And the tablets were designed really to have a slight emphasis more on the mind, but still have a great tonic effect for the body. So they can both be used together, or alternatively, you could choose just to use one of them. Because there is sugar and honey and ghee in the paste, which help to absorb the herbs and their active principles into our system, but because they were unsuitable for diabetics and some other people, there's a capsule form of the paste with all the herbs other than the sugar and the honey and the ghee. So highly recommended for general health. You don't have to be ill to benefit from taking herbals, particularly with this range of herbals. And if you are ill, it's also beneficial just to support your health with these products.
Thanks very much, Dr. Brennan. That was a great coverage of these three products. So just to recap, we have MA4, which is the nectar paste, which is primarily used for the body, but also has good influences on the mind. Then we have MA5, which is a tablet form, which is more directed towards the mind, but also has benefits for the body. And then lastly, we have MA7, which is basically the paste without the ghee and the sugar and the honey for people who may be diabetic that need to take MA7. So what I'd like to do now just is to share my screen for a minute, just so, because we have a very good brochure that people can download. So I'm just going to share my screen. And if you go to our website, which is ayurveda.ie, and then if you click on brochures, which I'm going to do here, you can see now, it'll bring up a different range of brochures. And then if you just click on Rasayana brochure, that'll bring up a brochure on Maharishi Ayurveda Rasayanas, and Maharishi Amrit Kalash is a Rasayana. And then as you scroll down through that brochure, you'll be able to see more information on MA4 and MA5 and the making of them as well, and the purity of them. So that's a very nice brochure that people can download. There's the MA4, MA5, and MA7. If you want to actually take a look at where you can buy them, if you just go to our shop and under Health Concern 2, you click on Immunity, the MA4, MA5, and MA7 are included in there, and you can just add them to the shopping cart. Okay, so that's our small little video on Amrit Kalash. So thank you very much for coming along, and thanks, Dr. Brennan, for all your valuable information.
Thank you, Noel.